your 19 Storm Track weather forecast.
Well, we had a little bit of some rain around during the daytime hours on our Monday into Monday evening, and temperatures have been staying on the warmer side of things. And we're going to still have rain around through about Tuesday evening. The rain will change to snow late tonight and last into Wednesday morning. And we now have a wind advisory in place for the entire WXOW area. So we'll take a look at that here in a second. But here's the projected wind outlook, okay? So we are going to see those winds pretty light today, but as the system comes through this evening and overnight behind it, those winds really ramp up, and we do have the chance of seeing wind gusts of 40 to 45 miles per hour, maybe even an isolated gust higher than that, which is why the National Weather Service has put the entire area under that wind advisory, and that starts at midnight tonight through noon Wednesday. Sustained winds of 15 to 30 miles per hour, again, gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Can't rule out a possibility of an isolated gust to 50 miles per hour. We're also going to be tracking that rain changing to snow. And we'll have rain around throughout the day today, but again, off and on in nature, like we had yesterday. Here's around 7 p.m. tonight. You can see that we'll actually, because the low is going to pass just to our north, we might get a little bit of a dry slot that takes over, so we may see the precip kind of let up for a little bit. You can see just behind the banner there that rain changing to snow. But eventually, as we get towards about that midnight 1 a.m. time frame, we'll get on the backside of the system, and that's when the snow chances will start to move in, and that will last through about midday on our Wednesday, maybe a little bit longer east of La Crosse into the early afternoon hours. But by Wednesday evening, things are going to start to quiet down, and as we head into Thanksgiving Day, we may clear out briefly. I'm not 100% sold on that being the case, and then we'll have just a lot of clouds around at times for our Thanksgiving Day, maybe a little bit more sun south and west. So here's the HRRR model. This is just another look at it, but again, off and on showers today. Better chance maybe this evening, and then as we get into the late evening, again, here's that dry slot. We may see things break up a little bit, and then here comes the colder air, changing that rain over to snow overnight. This has the snow out of here by about early afternoon on our Wednesday. So when you look at the probability map here, these have been increasing, and that is noted by a southerly shift in the track of the system. So this is the probability of at least 2 inches. And you remember yesterday we were down kind of on the lower end of the scale. Now we're getting up at least into La Crosse and areas north in that 40 to 70% range with the cutoff as you go farther to the south. So that's where that stands. And here's the updated snowfall forecast. And again, we'll have you more updated again later tonight with some newer data. But this is the current look at it, mainly from Viroqua, Preston south, a trace to an inch, 1 to 3 inches here for the areas in light blue. This darker shade of blue to the north is about 2 to maybe 4 to 5 inches, but depending on how things play out today, we may see these numbers come down a little bit, but they may increase a little bit like they have been. So certainly something to keep in mind. And again, the rain through Tuesday evening, changing to snow late this evening in the overnight. Again, the higher totals look to be kind of closer to that Highway 10 corridor. Strong winds with gusts up to 45 miles per hour, and travel impacts are expected, whether we're dealing with the wind or the precipitation or both. We could be dealing with icy and slushy, snowy roads and reduced visibility, because keep in mind, temperatures will be falling, so any untreated wet roadways could become a little icy, so please use caution if you are traveling.